Sandbar sofa surfers. This is the first episode of many of the Forgotten First Coast series, starting here with Mayport, a lost town of hazard. Every day, thousands of people use this road to come into the village, either to get on the ferry or maybe just to eat some good seafood at Sandbar or Today's age, the St. John's River ferry crosses thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people yearly. And in fact, on the daily, all types of people move through the village. And you'd be surprised just how many of them watch ships pass in and out of our port right here using this river and that jetty mouth. But how many of them actually take time to realize the amount of history that is lying beneath their feet? The Mayport village was established May 1st, 1562 by Jean Ribault, who actually decided to call it Mayport because it was founded on May 1st, the Riviera de Mai. However your French pronunciation is. But prior to this area was owned by the natives, indigenous peoples that had habited these lands for thousands upon thousands of years. The Timucuan being May 1st, 1562, Jean Ribault named the St. John's River the River of May, the May River. You can find out a lot of important history here at the Fort Caroline National Memorial in the Timucuan Ecological and Historical Preserve. I recommend you make a trip out here and explore. Make sure the next time you visit the village you follow all of the safety signs and the safety laws. There's a lot of pedestrians out here. Long before Mayport, this place was actually called Hazard. Most people say that it's because of the hazardous conditions of the St. John's River prior to the jetties being built. And it sounds pretty good to me because there's a reason why the jetties were built. And Congress passed that in 1879 and the jetties began being built in 1880, coming up to a conclusion around 1885. So the last time any real work's been done on the jetty has been, goodness gracious, about 140 years ago. Thousands of people use the Mayport River jetties as a method of transportation. All types of people drive through the village, and numerous people just observe ships moving in and out of the ports. But before Mayport, Mayport was known as Mayport Mills, and before Mayport Mills, and the reason why Mayport Mills became Mayport Mills was, believe it or not, the lumber industry here in Mayport so long ago. But the name I want to talk about is Hazard. Mayport was known as Hazard so long ago. I mean, we're talking May 1st, 1562, John Reval coming here and naming the St. John's River the Rivera de May, which is the River of May, because he found it on May 1st. There's a lot of history here in Mayport, and a lot of people don't realize the amount of history that is just lying beneath their feet. Today, only a single historical marker marks that Mayport was called Hazard, and it rests at the end of this road. Let's go take a look at it. Gone and long forgotten citizens of Mayport Mills, or Hazard, or conceivably the Spanish occupation. You know, today only a single historical marker records the name Hazard, but the story of Hazard actually goes back thousands upon thousands of years. So hazardous that river pilots had to be used in order to understand and navigate the river mouth due to the shifting sandbars. How are you? Basis, and a lot of people confuse this location with the location of the original Atlantic Beach Pier. I'm here to tell you, this is not the old Atlantic Beach Pier. This is an old Navy drainage pipe that goes out to the St. John's River. Close to this location. We can't actually go there. It's not accessible to the public. But the Mayport Mound was a location area where all the indigenous peoples of the St. John's River region Indians, River Region 1 and River Region 2, would all gather and congregate in the Mayport Mound is the remnant of their life here on the First Coast.